Everybody, welcome to Contrast Cast. Let's go. I will ask Igor, can you introduce yourself to Taco? Then Taco, you can introduce yourself to Igor because both of you know me already. So go for it.
What's up, Taco? My name is Igor. I've been friends with Joel for like 7 years since we
Shit.
met. Seven, six since we met here in college. And I'm just a casual enjoyer of anime, and I usually like to argue a lot. So when you put those two together, you get insanity that we are bringing to the table.
Just a little
Awesome.
bit.
Good to meet you.
Go Taco. You can. You
Yeah.
can.
Likewise.
Yeah. Well, I haven't known Simbu for as long, of course. I've known Simbu for a year,
Yeah.
right? It's
Oh,
been a year, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did the foliage last day. It was like 11 months and 3 days, I think, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So I'm
but it was
my alias is Fr3nchtaco, or you can call me Taco or French. People just call me whatever they want. uh, my name is Robin. If you want to call me Robin, that's my name. And I'm situated in Norway, so that's where I am.
oh,
And yeah,
cool.
I'm excited for this. I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. I haven't read the manga of Attack on Titan, because I'm a sucker for like paying for the media. So I'm like I haven't read it for free online, but I also haven't had money to just buy the manga. So I've only watched the anime like 15, 16 times. Um, but it's gonna be fun.
Whoa. That's not too much. I'm not gonna
Maybe
say that.
16 times is a lot.
I can't
Yeah,
say
well,
that's
that's
too
that's what
much.
happens when I don't read the manga. You know, I gotta do something.
Yeah, of course. So as you know, guys, my name is Joel.
Fair.
I'm Simbu King or Simbuz, as you want to call me. I'm a big fan of a lot of animes and mangas and a lot about Japan and Nippo culture. And I decided to start this as a funny coffee talk with Igor and Matozu because we three of us love the One Piece. One of us only manga, the other one both, and me everything about One Piece. And this was like a first time for fun, but I thought it was pretty cool, pretty amazing, and we had a really good time. And thank you for everybody being around. And before we start, please, Taku, show me your shirt.
My shirt.
You see,
Oh,
Eren Yeager representing.
Yeah.
So we know already he's on Team
Thank you,
Yeager.
Sarah. Sarah might be here right now.
He's on Team
She got
Yeager.
me this.
Is he
It's
on
the
Team
Jaeger.
Yeager or Team Humanity? Let's see at the
M-
end. Let's see at
yeah,
the
we'll
end.
see. We'll see. We'll see.
So, guys, I have four topics for us to talk. Okay, I will say all the topics first, then we go one by one, calmly with simple questions, nothing much to fight before the ding ding ding. So, the end, was it rushed or not? Don't answer. It's one topic. Next, Eren. It's a bad written villain or an amazing Greek tragedy. Topic number 3. The sacrifice was worth it. Topic number 4. Is Attack on Titan a message about no war or anti war, or a message about the humanity has no chance of redemption? This is the 4 topics. Okay, I have them here. We'll go back into them. Okay, so
Yeah.
I think we could start by Eren.
All right.
Let's talk a little bit about Eren. So, what do you think about Eren on the first 2 seasons of Attack on Titan? Taco, go.
I'll go first. Okay. First 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Well, one. I'm going to say spoilers. If there's anyone in here, like, there's going to be like semi spoilers here. So I know like if there's anyone here who hasn't watched, please, you should not listen to me. but he likes just getting fucking napped the whole time. You know, he just says, "Yep, it. You guys have to fucking come get me now," like a little bitch. But but so that's kind of those 2 seasons. But no, I think it's really cool. The like we're gonna get to this like
Mm-hmm.
more. Like I'm not gonna say it, I'm not a Jaegerist uh at all. Um but I do really like Eren as a character. Like he is by far my favorite character of the series, just because of what he goes through. And the 2 first seasons, you get to kind of see the build up of that, and then of course you see kind of the climax. Uh, but no, I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know how to word it like in a compacted way without fucking yapping too much. But very cool character development. You see, it's obvious what he goes through. You know, all the what's the word in English now? You can see already, like in the first 2 seasons, like the guilt and the mental pressure he's gonna like deal with and already deals with, and kind of see that developing is interesting, but also I don't know, very unfair in a way, right? It's just I don't know. I think Igor should talk a little bit because I could yap.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
Igor, do you want to complete or say something different or?
Yeah, Aaron during the first seasons, the first thing that came to mind is like, oh, whiny little bitch. Oh, by the
Okay,
way,
okay.
sorry, I do
Let's.
remember that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
the
did. Yeah, I
cursing.
did. Oh, I did say. Oh, I'm sorry, Simbo.
No problem. It's the first. It's the first question only. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
make. I'm
Okay,
making like marks. Then we talk
I'm gonna
later.
behave. I'm gonna
When we
behave.
when we play Apex and something like that, I will remember that.
okay.
That's good.
Because I do remember that the last one, I held the record of most cuss word in the whole
Damn.
episode, so I'm trying to keep it to a minimum this time. Okay. Uh, but saying he's a whiny little, you gotta compliment that with the actual word. But still, in my memory, I remember Aaron as being a bit whiny, but I don't feel like that's what I ended up with. That's the impression that I ended up with nowadays.
Hmm.
Now that I had to, because I had to go look it up again, because I haven't seen Attack on Titan 16 times. I've seen it exactly one time, and I had to go back. And I had to go back. I was actually commenting on this, which is Attack on Titan is so good that I feel like it became a detriment to itself because it's such a complete story where I got this sense of it's over, it's done. It was a very convoluted, it was very intense, and I'm glad that I managed to get an opportunity to get away from it. And
Stay with
honestly,
Eren. Stay
going
with Eren.
huh?
Stay with Eren.
Yeah, exactly. Going back, I'm trying. I'm gonna bring it back to Aaron. Going back to, and this is actually where I want to go back to the beginning because I don't want to give any spoilers, of course. But going back to the beginning and knowing how the story envelops and looking at what is the frustration of knowing you are in the beginning of something that
Hmm.
is bound to happen. I can understand how the frustrations that Aaron shows in the first two in the couple first seasons in the first couple of seasons. I
Hmm.
can understand how that frustration to the point of sometimes being kind of irrational can be very irritating, which it was for me because he would want to do something, didn't know how to do it, wasn't exactly learning the best he could to do it with others. He just wanted to throw himself at the problem and then say, "Hey guys, I did my best. Please come and save me so I can do this for another day." Uh, but I do have to say that the first couple of seasons it was really rough watching Aaron do that more than once or over and over again. You can see how it kind of built up eventually to being reliable, but it was kind of annoying seeing him just throw himself at the problem because he said, oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
if anything, I'll die for the cause without thinking about the idea of living to fight another day. But yeah, I guess that's it's annoying. He was annoying, but I can understand how he was annoying because the story it happens in a very specific way.
Go Taco.
Can I chime in?
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, I think that's where I really like his character, like with that, because it's so human. Like it's he is so incredibly human with just the fact that they're locked inside. They're just cattle, right? They're just
Mm-hmm.
in walls. They don't have any idea what's going on outside. They just have a perceived image of what's happening right outside the walls, right? And when you have a child who's like thinking a little bit outside the box, literally, right? You when you're just surrounded by people who just don't care. They're okay with just being where they are, right? They just okay, I'm safe. We have I don't know, we're kind of surviving, blah blah blah, right? Then he's
Yeah.
one of the few ones at the beginning, or at least that we get to hear the story of, who's like, we need to get out of here, right? We can't just be here. This is nonsense, right? And again, we're gonna probably hopefully we're gonna come back to why, like the whole thing that happens at the end
Mm-hmm.
about why Eren is the way he
Like
is
he
at the
is. Yeah.
beginning. Yeah, I hope I'm not gonna take that now because we're
We
at
are
the
gonna. We're
first two
gonna.
seasons, but I think that's what makes the whole story very human. Like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's annoying. It's incredibly annoying, right? But it's not very far from maybe how it would happen in real life with, like, because again, Eren had a big part, of course. Like, I'm not going to say anything, but he has a big part in the story. But he's also just, in a way, a random kid, right? He's a random person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it could have been someone else. Okay, but this time it was Eren, right? And I don't know. I'm gonna. It makes it human, and that's what I like. I agree, Igor. It's frustrating, but it's just the humanity of it is what I like appreciate a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We are going into that part of what you're saying about is human and it's turn now and I right. So we are going into that later. But for me, I think Eren in the first 2 3 seasons he has a huge Stockholm problem. You know, he likes to be kidnapped. Like Eren is being kidnapped like 2 3 episodes each time. Oh my god, Eren's been kidnapped. Let's rescue Eren. They rescue Eren. Oh my god, Eren's been kidnapped again. That's for me that was crazy amazing. Okay, I'm just rage baiting a little bit, but that's part of the history. Okay, guys, we'll go there. It's important. Yeah. So you have now. Which of you have 2 minutes to say for few words what happens to Eren in season 3 forward? Why did he change so much? Don't go to the end of the story, but which episode you think in the first 3 4 seasons happened to him that make the click and he become now finally a big boy, you know? He become more conscious of the problem, more knowing about
In the third season, you said?
third, fourth season. When he when he start knowing about other titans, you know? What do
Oh,
you think
okay.
it was the episode or the moment he just realized, well, this is bigger than we think?
I mean, we're gonna have to lift the spoiler ban for that. I think, like officially.
Yeah, you can leave the
Yeah,
spoiler band.
it's
Just don't
it's
say
hard
the
to
end of the story yet. We are going into the end
yeah.
of the
Okay,
story.
cool,
Okay.
cool, cool, cool. And for anyone who's still sensible about the spoilers, Attack on Titan finished. Let me check. Attack on Titan finished. Attack on Titan ended officially a couple of years ago, actually, right?
Yeah.
The movie just came out. When did the movie come out? 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Two.
something
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
so.
Yeah, but the manga has been over for like a while. If you're still sensitive about spoilers, don't listen to podcasts about the subject.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's fair.
but yeah, dude. When it comes 2 minutes, right? So I have like 30 seconds left. Dude, it has to do with how the whole thing loops upon itself. I feel like he comes to a point where he influences himself into accepting or playing his role. I feel like as it goes, it's not linear because uh there's a jump where he needs to make himself do the things and
Mm-hmm.
not just let himself figure it out. I feel like the earlier seasons might be justified with him just giving himself the time to still take a break before things actually need to come into fruition, but that's because I don't remember exactly where the shift happens, so I'm going to pass on the word while I look that up.
That's like even for me, like remembering specific episodes. Like when I watch the shows, I'm not like, okay, I'm gonna remember this timestamp. I'm gonna
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just watching the show, right? So I fully get that it's like hard to remember specific. This is very hard, Senpu, to not because my thought process when you ask that question is when when we go back. Stop me if I go too far. Um, when we go back to see how um, Eren's and other people's actions get
Okay.
manipulated or corrected
Mm-hmm.
by Eren,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, but again, you don't learn that until later. And I think for a watcher, when you watch and not when you're not aware of that, I would say it's when just a lot of the question, like he's asking a shit ton of sorry, he's asking a ton of questions
Yeah.
the whole time. Like there's just a ton of questions in the air the whole time. And then season 3 and 4, those questions start to get unveiled and like answered and yada yada, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's as Igor says as well, when he starts embracing what he is and like what he's doing and starting to feel like, okay, I have to do these things, I have to do these things. I'm not gonna say in a specific episode, but it's more of like there's a desperation that develops, and that desperation is kind of I think the turning point of like, okay, now it's just something he's struggling with, now it's something he has to
Mm-hmm.
do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
'Cause
Just
he is fighting with himself in a
yeah.
way. uh yeah.
We're going into the rumbling, just for you know, guys, for the spoilers late game, into the next two questions. So you are free to talk, okay? Because the rumbling
Actually,
is the
yeah.
most important thing that happens in Attack on Titan for sure. But before that, the first question I have for you two guys, after we talk about Eren, after we describe the guy, let's make the simple question: do you think he has a he has a possibility of choosing, or it was bind by destiny? For I'm talking already for the end game, okay? Late
Yeah,
game,
I can.
rumbling, everything you know. Guys, if you don't know about Attack on Titan, go watch, go read. It's not that big, okay? It's not One Piece. So
True, true.
it
I
was
can
a choose, or it was bind by destiny.
I can go first, Igor, if you want, since you've gone first.
Oh, go, 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 go,
Yeah.
go.
I think it is. So okay, the answer is well, the key word is uh, manipulation and correction.
Mm-hmm.
So those are kind of the keywords that I. But there's also this is a fact that people just have to. This is for people who are very sensitive and take things very personal. This show and this story has been made to be open in a lot of ways. So it's open for interpretation. It's open to think, feel, express. A ton of stuff. There's no one said ending, one said meaning, one said yada yada. But from me, you know, uh, it is yeah, what the hell was the question again?
It was he has the opportunity of choose,
Wait,
or it was bind
Yes,
by destiny.
my brain just wandered through the whole show right now.
yeah.
Thank you for no. So I think it is a destiny, but it is in a way. If we're gonna if we're gonna go deep into this, we can talk about this forever. But in a way, it's a chosen destiny, in my opinion, from what I've understood. Um, but there's also influence. That's also a keyword. So you have manipulation, correction, and influence. And the influence I'm talking about is Ymir. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking here that it's a mix of choosing and manipulation. Because in choosing, I mean, there's like a hint of desperation.
Mm-hmm.
Desperation is important here. Like there's a we're gonna get into this, but I'm gonna drip feed it a little bit with in season 4 where we hear that um hear that the expectations and the hopes that Eren had for the outside world just crumbled to pieces because it wasn't even close to what he imagined. The things he read in books, the things that he and Armin talked about, it wasn't like that at all. And he just couldn't deal with it, you know. Working so hard, like just like becoming what he is to try to, you know, have peace outside of parody, and then it's just not happening. Like that frustration, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna stop yapping now because I'm gonna branch off. So I'm gonna stop myself. But yeah, I will just conclude it with like I guess I'm ending on Destiny. Like
Okay.
yeah, influenced Destiny. Yeah.
Igor? I know you.
I
I know you
yeah, I
hate the Destiny stuff. I know you hate that.
yeah, no, I do, and honestly, I do, and not only yeah, I don't know how to simplify that. I don't think it's both actually, but that's the thing. It's destiny. Uh, Up until he chooses to uphold it,
Mm-hmm.
so you're destined to do something and you choose to do it so you can do something else. Like, we know by the end of the story that maybe he might have, even if for a moment, broken uh, a cycle of fate.
Mm-hmm.
A cycle, well, the chain.
The
If it
chain.
loops or not, it's a whole thing. We know it's left hanging in the air if it's ever gonna restart or not. The whole thing, but he made a choice to make a couple of things happen the way that it did, just so we could, you know, free him, free everyone else from this having to keep happening. So choice is definitely part of it, even if it's the choice is to uphold destiny to a certain degree. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna be really honest. The story might even try to hint at that, but given that there was a choice in the mix that allowed for it to go this route, to this freedom route,
Mm-hmm.
you could choose not to do things this a certain way, which will lead to the one of the questions, which is being in the side of humanity of part of a Jaegerist. Eren had a choice. If the choice forced him to uphold destiny so he could do something else, yes, I believe that. But does that mean that he had to do exactly the things that he did because of it? I don't think so. I feel like there could probably be another way out. But at the same time, the story never offers you that
Mm-hmm.
idea, or like explicitly like, oh, this could have happened different and this could have happened, so you could just try and think a thousand in different ways, but at the end of the day, if the only dude that gets the perception of how time and destiny works did these things, you are inclined to believe that is the only choice that he had. But at the same time, man, a lot of wrong choices, morally wrong choices, good lord. But yeah, moving on.
Okay. Um, Now, let's talk a little bit about the rumbling, the good part. So, for who don't
Well, good
know,
is subjective.
the
So
good part of the thing, For those who don't know, the rumbling, um, how can I say this without hurt someone? The rumbling is like a destructive decision or destiny binding that Eren did, who almost killed every single human on Earth. If I remember correctly, killed 80% of all humanity. I think I saw
Yeah,
that in the
80% of
last,
the
yeah.
80% of the population.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just raised a lot of titans, the how they call it, the colossal titans, right? And they just
Yes.
start walking into the earth. This is
There's
the
an
rumbling. Yeah.
important because they are colossal titans, but they're colossal titans created by Ymir.
Mm-hmm.
So they have they have different characteristics than say the people that can get the the colossal titan powers.
Mm-hmm.
So they're mostly that the one protecting parody
Mm-hmm.
or being the threat to the outside world to protect parody is they can't. Oh, fuck. Sorry.
No
Bleep.
problem.
Where?
Uh,
Bleep.
No, no, no. I think they were. I think they were
No, he said
created.
the curse word, so he said bleep.
Okay. I think they were created by the king by Fritz, no? By the first Fritz that went to Paradise. Was it not?
oh,
Let's
we could
rewatch it
research it after,
together.
but yeah,
Yeah, they're
but I think
subjects.
Ymir built the
They're
walls at
definitely
least.
yeah, they're the subjects of Ymir. So like they're descendants of Ymir, but they're not the one that received the colossal titan. But believe they were transformed by the first Fritz king that went to the island, like the one that became the part of the. This is like advanced spoilers at this point.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
one that
yeah. But
became
like,
part of
yeah,
the
Yeah,
Rice family.
ChatGPT
I think
ChatGPT
that's the
says
one.
after losing the Great Titan War, Karl Fritz retreated to Paradise Island
Yeah.
with many aliens. Using the power of Founding Titan,
Mm,
he commanded millions of colossal titans to harden their body and from three walls.
yeah. But also have
So
to
the
remember that Ymir had the founding Titan powers.
Yes, he used her.
yeah.
She like there is a like in the oh my god words in the oh you guys probably know where where Eldians are like connected whatever
The
the
Pats.
big yeah the paths yeah we saw I don't remember exactly when we saw Ymir being
Hmm.
bound to building the Titans and building the walls in the paths.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in the end, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, okay, yeah, that, yeah,
It is by
I know what
Fritz,
you mean.
but the powers lay
Yeah,
with Ymir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, yeah, yeah, I get that.
but
Okay,
sorry,
Moving
Sam,
on.
I just completely
no, no, no problem. So before that, Matoso asked a question. Okay,
yeah.
is Gaby overhated? I feel like she's a good character. Also, leave it here that Eren from last season is a Timu version of Lelok from Code Geass, but since Code Geass is not as popular, no one talks about it.
Oh, I haven't
Who is
watched the
the
show.
Timu version of? Who is the Timu version of Lelouch?
Eren.
Eren.
Man, I
I
saw
don't
like 2 episodes of Code Geass. I don't even know.
I've not even watched the show, so I have no idea. But Gabby is definitely overhated. Gabby is a great character. Gabby is needed to like Gabby is there to trigger the people who are not um who have not uh who are not grounded enough, you know? Gabby is there to split the people who are actually who actually have a brain and have thought about stuff and people who are like, "Oh no, this goes against oh my god, my dick was hard and now my dick is sloppy," you know? Like because like you can't root for parody anymore, right? Because how are you going to defend this? What's going on, right?
Gabi is the kid who just killed the potato girl, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like my thing is like she is basically the Eren of Marley, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
True story.
so she is needed for the contrast, right? Um, so that's my opinion. I think she's a good way of like again like uh splitting the groups, you know, the sane people and the people that might need a little bit more reflection, in my opinion.
Okay, Igor, do you have an idea if Gaby is overhated?
Well, what I can say about, you know, I remember when I heard that people were hating on her online because she killed Sasha. Oh my
Potato girl,
god.
sorry.
Uh, it was like, okay, I get the attachment you're having to a character you liked and having been killed by a recent character you just got introduced. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people gave into the sentiment, and that if that itself, that's the thing. I kind of agree with what Taco was saying earlier. Not in the complete sense that it's just that it's a tricky thing, and it's part of the thing that he said about how human the characters and the feelings they convey actually manage to make us react.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a human reaction to be attached to someone and then see someone do something against them and react because it's someone from your side, and then being completely resistant to the context of what drove the opposition to meet you halfway in basically a self-mutual destruction. So I feel like a lot of people just stuck to their feelings when it comes to, oh no, I'm not going to accept the fact that it's a kid that got indoctrinated and had their own reasons to fight for its own survival, especially at the point of the story where it got introduced.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm going to be really honest. I saw a lot of that discussion and I was like, man, you know what? People got to be passionate about something, I guess, as long as they make the mistake now while it's fictitious. Let's just hope they learn from it. But at the same time, I feel like anyone who still harbors hatred for Gabby right now refuses to just um, appreciate another layer of the story,
Okay.
for sure.
I did hate Gabby for a while, to be honest.
I did.
Yeah, but like she is there to stir up shit. Sorry, stir up stuff. You know, she is there to make you like Igor said, like make you just react and like to stir up the emotions that make us human, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
also why I love. That's that's why I'm so like. There's a reason why I've watched the show so many times because it just I relate to it so much. There's so much of the human nature in that show that we don't show. Like in society, we don't show it. We don't share the thoughts that gets expressed in actions and in thoughts in the show. Right? There's so much stuff that goes on in conflicts, in
Mm-hmm.
reflection, in development, like of characters that we don't talk about anymore because it's taboo or it's crazy or it's makes you violent. It makes you it makes you not trustworthy. Like it explores all the aspects of just like humanity. Like we are faulty. We make rash decisions. We get emotionally tied or in this case with indoctrination, right?
Mm-hmm.
It shows so many aspects of what we as humans are and what we do in
Yeah.
in just great ways, which again with the way it's written and made is like it's genius. Like I'm not here to like ride his peener, but like it's a genius way of like telling a story about just humanity
Mm-hmm.
in like the essence of humanity, right? That is the show. Like what makes us human, right?
Yeah. That's the part I like on the show too. But let's go for the second question, Matos. Then we're going to your second question too. But the second question was when I was talking about the rumbling. Okay. My question now is: do you think, and this is important because Tak was talking about something like this, do you think the rumbling could be justified by any scenario, or it was totally unjustified? Which one of you?
That's an I think that's not. This is not towards you, but that's an unfair way of wording it. That is such a. There's only two houses
Options.
you can put yourself in. Yeah, and there in this case, again, I'm gonna be annoying and bring up humanity again.
Go for it.
That's what's like. This is why like so many people love to take sides. This show is not made for you to take sides.
Mm-hmm.
This show is made. This is a fact for me. It might not be a fact for everyone else. This show is made for us to reflect. It's not made for us to be like, oh, which side did you take during the show? Did you take this side or this side? What did you think was righteous? It's like no. For me, it like of all the like I've watched it so many times, I end up with the same feelings and thoughts every time. It's made to just reflect on who we are, and so the rumbling and just what insane things we can do, right? What desperation does to us, what um, fear does to us, what the in essence the experience of destiny, right? Because that's what Eren experiences. This destiny that's just constantly pushing him, right? And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, is this me? Is it not? Like, what's going on, right? And then he just embraces it in the end because I don't know how could any human deal with that without going crazy. And he in a sense didn't go crazy, which we will see, which we hopefully will talk about in the last movies or like episodes parts. He did some the rumbling. I'm not justifying it. There's no justification of said action
Mm-hmm.
of that, but you can understand why someone would go to those lengths based on Eren and the people of Paradise life,
Mm-hmm.
right? How they're treated, how they're viewed, you know, the contrast of what you see versus what you expected, right? He also received a ton of power, which in turn automatically gave him a lot of expectations towards making actions, being the right person to do this, be the right person to do that. You know, everything just gets pushed on him. I don't know what I would have done.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to save my friends and my family. Sorry, I'm like, but in the sense as well, the reason why that happened was to just cleanse the whole, like at least for a time, cleanse the whole world of this uh, tense relation between Eldians and people, right?
Mm-hmm.
He like the point of the whole thing was to unite, and I'm gonna shortly or like just quickly in episode 11 in season 1, I'm pretty sure Pixis talks with Eren on the wall. This is after they've discovered that you know Eren
Mm-hmm.
is a fucking elf looking ripped mega human. uh Pixis brings up, I don't remember the context, and I'm not going to check it right now, but Pixis says what humanity needs to stay united or cooperate is to have a common enemy.
Mm-hmm.
One, the only thing in Pixis' mind people need or humanity needs is one common enemy. And so, in from what I understand, that is a seed either he planted for himself, Eren, or you know, a turning point where Eren's like, okay, Pixis has a point.
I can
This
see
could
that.
work,
Yeah.
right? So say picking sides on the rumbling is messed up. It's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
79.99999, if you go forever, percent of the population wouldn't like didn't deserve this, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a very small percentage where you can argue deserved what they got. The whole population and the whole world did
Mm-hmm.
not deserve. There's no justification.
Mm-hmm.
I'm yapping again. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry, but
no problem.
I'm gonna. There's no justification.
Okay.
That is yeah. That yeah.
Igor, your opinion.
Here. I do agree that the story was not made for you to stick to one side, definitely, because there's so many heel turns, man. You discover that Emir was a slave and was trying to do good for King Fritz, but then you discover that King Fritz
Mm-hmm.
abused her to the point where even when she died, it got the children eating the remains. And then you realize that King Fritz did the whole thing to conquer the rest of the continent. But then you realize that the descendant of King Fritz decided, you know what, we did conquer the whole continent, but I'm gonna sacrifice my own people to free the people who used to live here, and then the people who used to live there enslave the people who used to enslave them, and then try to exterminate them, but at the same time use them as weapons.
Human
And then
story,
you go, you
basically.
get yeah, yeah. It's a lot of heel turns. You're obviously not supposed to root for any of them when they make these decisions. You get this one point where we're trying to free ourselves from this back and forth, but at the same time, man, whenever the solution is there is no problem if there is no people, I feel like that's lazy. Even especially when you go around and say, no, the problem is I'm not gonna end all of the people because that was Zeke's plan. I'm just gonna kill all of the people except my own. Which both none of them are a good choice. I am against both of them. I don't think you should euthanize yourself because of uh, history and who was wrong first, and we're just gonna kill ourselves because it's better if one side gives up. That's
Mm-hmm.
dumb. At the same time, I don't feel like, oh, okay, let's end the war by killing our enemies for good. That's dumb. So my idea is, given how the rumbling was just to force a hand. The rumbling was just to force something to
Mm-hmm.
happen. And I feel like the story gives you the idea that Eren knows that this is the only way it can happen. But from where I stand, where I don't see myself forced by doing that to make things happen, man, just gather all the things that are necessary for you to break the chain and break the chain. You don't have to kill half the world population trying to do that just to force people to do it for you or to help you achieve that. That's a sacrifice too far, I would say.
Okay. Let me make the second question that Matozu did on the channel. So Matozu,
Can we
yeah,
have a pee break?
a pee break.
Can I go take can I go take a piss?
Yeah, it
Is
can
that
be
okay?
right now because I
Oh
need
yeah,
to.
that gives me time to retcon one of the answers because I was actually looking this up. You can go. I can repeat it once you come back.
So Igor,
Awesome. Okay, I'll
you
be
can
back.
start talking with the people because I have to go for a break too.
Oh, you're also
I have to just
I'll be
for
back
like
in
okay.
like
Cool,
I
cool.
don't know, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah.
minutes. Yeah, probably. So keep yapping, Igor. Keep yapping. Be right
Yeah.
back.
Okay, you're live, right?
Yes, I'm live.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Hi guys. I'm just gonna keep talking to you. I imagine that when he comes back and edits this for the last version, this is just gonna get cut. So I'm not even gonna give you guys my opinion on the things. Uh, Hi. How are you doing? How was your day? Uh, have you watched Attack on Titan? Are you mad at the spoilers we are giving? Well, you know, I said it before. I say it again. Maybe you shouldn't be listening to talks about a story that's been over for. Wait, how long is when did the movie come out? Oh man, people are gonna know that I'm insane. I don't know how streamers do it, honestly, man. Talking to like no one is weird. So, Attack on Titan, The Last Attack. The movie came out no, 2 years ago. We're 2026. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's been wait, what month? Has it been 2 years? No, it's been like a month. Oh, that was fast.
Yeah.
That was fast. Yeah, I didn't say anything. I was just talking to my computer, and I don't even know if people on your live were paying attention.
Oh,
Um,
Matoz is asking for you to talk about Lucky.
about who? Lucky.
Lucky. Last
Ah,
chapter.
okay.
I was waiting
Dude,
for that reaction. You know.
man, dude, I'm gonna be honest. Here.
Hear me out.
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people are got really annoyed. I actually got a friend of mine. Shout
Who
out
you again?
Diogo.
Okay, deal.
Said Diogo. He said he was kind of mad because he got. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to bleep this. Blue balls because he already got like a next week break before he even got the
Yeah,
first chapter of the year.
yeah,
I am so happy that I can rest easy because the flashback is over in what is right now the peak, like the peak of One Piece, and the idea that we are about to have a big battle ahead of us with a small, appetizer in Niflheim. Man, I'm. This chapter got me really satisfied. I am grateful and humble enough to know that I got well fed in the first month of the year.
bro. That's that hammer time. That jump he
Yeah,
did
but
and just.
but if I had to say, I'm still I'm still very concerned about the power level with what Loki's gonna be able to do. Going back to Attack on Titan, what I
Before that,
wanted,
just let me tell you
yeah,
this: 2 chapters, 2 hammer
yeah.
times, and
I can
and
go
that.
out again. I can
No,
I
no,
can
no,
go
no,
out of
no.
the. You can come
We've
back.
been
No,
yapping
no,
about
no,
last
no.
chapter of One Piece.
One Piece can wait.
No, it's a break again. Look, I was 20 days without a chapter, then the guy just make a break again.
Yeah,
You know why my
but
heart is?
I can wait. I can wait.
Okay.
I'm willing to wait. But yeah, what I wanted to go back. I don't know. I'm going back way back, like the second question or the first question about Eren and the shift. I don't know if you're saying the initial phase of third season, but if you're saying fourth season specifically,
Mm-hmm.
we know that the shift comes specifically because he got touched by the royal family.
True
So
story.
we know that he's back in the loop, that he knows that he's part of something greater.
Mm-hmm.
So he puts on the facade. If we take that out of the equation, I also think that it is very important to realize that before that, I'm pretty sure it's like right after they had to realize that they are not only fighting titans, they are fighting people and ideologies.
Mm-hmm.
So I also might give credit to that where the dude just grew up and realized that he's gonna have to kill people as well as killing titans.
Yeah.
And that's that matures a person,
Okay.
I assume. I've never killed anyone, I swear.
Okay, let's
Can
go
I?
for yeah.
Just quickly because
Yeah.
about about why can't I? I'm gonna send an image here.
Oh,
Um,
uh,
I'm just gonna show this to stream real quick.
Yeah, go for
So
it.
just about the whole, this is such a foreshadowing because I don't know if you
Oh
see
yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
the necklace looks like, but I guess it's pretty common
It's yeah,
knowledge. But
it's the last transformation, right? The last
yes,
form. Yeah.
and that is again it's an artistic
Oh,
choice
I don't have a face on your stream.
oh,
I'm so
to
beautiful.
foreshadow it, but that is something that gets shown after. So um that is again just to symbolize the, if you want to call it fate, that like that it kind of cements the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
um but yeah, I just wanted to yeah, throw that in there.
yeah,
Tak, why don't
fair.
I have a face on your stream?
What?
Putting in a fate.
I don't have a face on your stream. Why
Oh, do you
my
have a face at all?
my camera is not working on your
Oh
stream?
wait, both of you guys are streaming?
Yes, we are both streaming. We are co-streamers.
Oh, okay. Hi, both sides of the chat, I
Oh
guess.
yeah, sorry, I might not have mentioned that, but
No
Oh,
problem.
don't worry about
I'm also streaming.
Thank you.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
So guys,
Appreciate it.
you cannot see my face, but I'm the same guy as ever. I play with Taco a
Yeah.
lot. So let's go for the second Matoso question. Second question from
Yes.
Matoso. He asked, "Who are your favorite characters and who you think is the best or most well written character. Just one, and you have 30 seconds to explain why. You say the name, and you have 30 seconds.
Don't bring that up on me like that.
No, you
I,
have
I
time.
can I can
You have
talk while
time
you
to
think.
think. You have time to think about the character. Then, after you select it, 30 seconds to say why is your favorite and the most well written.
Those are gonna be two different persons. First things first.
One.
If I had to say favorite right now, I'd say I don't know how to pronounce her name because once again I usually don't watch the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Hange?
Hanji.
Hanji.
Hanji. Okay, Hanji. I like her because I am a sucker for crazy scientists.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Debatable crazy scientists. Stay tuned for the Bleach episode. That's
Bro,
gonna be
shut
fun.
up.
Because some of the crazy scientists are pretty cool, but are not justifiable. And hence she teeters that line where she's very passionate about what she wants to do, and she's willing to take the risks, but at the same time, she's moderate enough to not risk other people in her experiments.
10
But
seconds.
she's insane enough to do things that no one is going to be like, oh yeah, let's do this because we're curious to know how this works, and she just goes for it. Well, the best written characters, you're gonna have to give me some time, man. I
Okay.
don't know.
Taco, your
I'll
favorite.
skip it.
Okay, so everyone knows my favorite, but outside of that, Reiner.
Okay.
Reiner is
30
because you
seconds from
you
now.
yep, Reiner. You learn to hate. Like you don't understand. Like you can kind of see where he comes from at the beginning, like with his ideologies and stuff, but you don't see it until I would say the last season, where you kind of see his like his he is excused, right? He is very much excused for what
Mm-hmm.
he's done, right? I guess it's not again, it's not good. But he's excused because you see, like he has a complete 180. Like he's a terrible person at the beginning, and then it just 180s. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've never gotten more chills by any character yet in any anime than the last movie where Reiner is just bawling. He is
Yeah.
just bawling, and he's screaming, "When is this? When is our torment gonna end? When can we just have peace and chill?" And that's while he's holding like the founder.
Mm-hmm.
He's just battling the founder while he's just, when will our torment end? And it's just the whole 180 of Reiner is it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay. Most well written, Igor.
Honestly, I'll man, I don't want to go too far, but I gotta say, I am a sucker for well written trauma in active characters.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the times when people have to be depicted by suffering the consequences is usually at the end of the line. I like Rainer especially because he keeps going even though he's dealing with a lot of things that he
Yeah.
has to deal with. But at the same time, I feel like another person who got this treatment but was at the end of their line. I think his name is Keith. I was looking up the story again. He's the dude who is it Keith? I don't know. It's the dude who trained the core. He was the
Oh yeah,
commander before
yeah,
Erwin was,
yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
got the same thing where he had to come to terms with where he saw himself. But him just that character as well is a good contrast because he put himself at the end of his agency while Raynor kept going, even though he was not coping at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's very interesting. But I don't know if it's the best, but it's the one that comes to mind for sure.
Ah, he's good. He's good.
Taco, you have any best written character on Attack on Titan? Or it
Yeah,
was
it
Rainer
was
for you?
Reiner.
Rainer. Okay.
Reiner. Yeah. Well. I have like again. I can yap about like I'm
Every single one of them.
yeah, because I don't really have one best, but Reiner is the one that really sticks out
Mm-hmm.
outside of Eren, because Eren, I could yap about Eren. Like if you gave me 90 years, I would yap. I would yap. But but Reiner is now Reiner is just so because you just learn to just feel for him and like you
Mm-hmm.
honestly just feel for him so much, uh, and you get that from in the last movie, uh, when when his mom falls to her knees
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like I've never treated Reiner as a son. You know, I've always treated Reiner as he's like the savior of Marley, right? Like the soldier, right?
Mm-hmm.
She has never shown him motherly love, right? And it's just you just learn to feel for him. That's why I really like that character so much. Um, yeah.
Okay. I to be honest, I don't have like the favorite character. I enjoyed a lot Sasha because she was so funny and she was super cool. Um, the most well written character for me is not the most well written character, but the most surprising one for me was the girl, the female Titan. What was her name?
Annie.
Annie,
Annie. I loved Annie. So on the beginning,
who hasn't had a crush on Annie?
on the beginning I hated her, like for real. But then on the developing of this story, I was like, whoa, this character is pretty badass, and she's
She's just a
amazing.
cold-blooded assassin
She's amazing,
in the
yeah.
beginning.
She's amazing, and she married to Armin, and I'm kidding. So, um, Matoso did one more question, but before that, I have one question for both of you. I have two more blocks of questions, small ones, because we're not going to extend this like crazy. It's not One Piece, I'm saying again. But do you want to go for funny questions or rage bait questions?
¿Por qué no los dos?
I have two blocks of questions. I have rage bait questions and funny questions. Which one would you like to dive first?
Let's go rage bait.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same.
Rage bait? Okay. So, before
Yep.
that, Matoso did a question. You guys enjoyed Mikasa and Heron's romance dynamic? Oh my god, it's my time for yapping. Ah, Igor, Taku.
Um. Yeah, I think it was done discreetly enough. Like it wasn't. It was obvious that there was something there, but it wasn't it could have easily taken away from what the story is actually trying to. It could have taken away from important big pieces of the story. But I think the way it was done was was good. I enjoyed. Again, I haven't read the manga, so again, I have no idea how it's portrayed in the manga. But as in the anime, I mean I cried at every scene. I gotta say that every time I watch the show, it's like I can see how some people find it unnecessary or weird or whatever, but it's like thinking of like where they were born, like who they are,
Mm-hmm.
what they are, like I don't know. I guess to answer because I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
If that was the question. If we enjoyed, I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Igor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why it's the contrast cast because I could care less. But anyways, no, it's not that I could care less. But when I'm gonna be honest, I went through the whole story without having without shipping anyone, like anyone at all. And by the end of the story, when I saw that there's like the subplot was romantic and not friendship, I actually thought that I had missed something, which is probably because I binge most of the things I watch, and I don't know, maybe I skipped something. But by the end of it, I was like, is does this need to be love? Can't this be friendship and still work? Until this day, the answer is gonna come when I read this thing. Read no, when I watch this thing. till the end because the first time I read it through. When I watch the anime, I'll see how important it needed to be loved. Because at the same time, I'm gonna be honest. For me, I don't think it was relevant. I think.
Okay, I'm gonna be fast about this. I think it was. I think it was relevant. I didn't enjoy it because there's another question about this. Because for me, she was like a stalker. Like
Poor child.
that's the only way, the only guy. I need Eren. I need to live with Eren. Eren is Eren. Eren is my life. Eren is my world. Then at the end of the movie, Eren starts crying for Armin. I hope she doesn't get anyone for the first 10 years. And it was like, okay, that's kind of too much, because they are like young guys. A second, I will give you the word. They are young guys. They are like kids. They are teenagers, and they are talking like it's my whole life. I can't live without him. It's like, okay, but I think it's relevant because it begins it at the first minute of the show, and the romance ends on the last second of the show. It's important. The romance, the connection is important. For me, it's important. A little too much, but for me, it's important. Taco, go. Unfriended.
Humanity. Listen,
Okay,
they
okay.
have grown up with so much,
So
like
much or so less?
so much trauma, so
Yeah.
much dissonance in what is the truth, what is right, what is good, what is bad. Uh, there's been so much pressure and so much expectation to like do stuff. They have thrown themselves into uh, uh, actions and consequences where they just kind of have to ride the waves, right? And with Eren and Mikasa, it's like, of course, it didn't have to be the case,
Mm-hmm.
but it was obvious from the start that there was something. It was obvious
Mm-hmm.
as well that Eren invited that at times until he started getting desperate and realized what he was gonna have to do in the big with the big scheme, where he then started to push away. He then started to be like, okay, I actually have to push away because I cannot, I am attached, but I cannot show the attachment. I cannot show the humanity in me. I
Mm-hmm.
have to just neglect the whole part of me to be able to do what he was going to do. But with the whole crying with Armin thing, it's just for me at least. Again, again, this is what I said earlier as well. With this show is meant to, uh, it's meant to be. It's not meant to be taken in one way, right? This is why. This is why. I mean, this show is a perfect example of we view things differently because of our lives, our experiences, how our values, right? And also just it's not put there to be like, okay, you should understand and understand Eren for feeling that way, or understand why Mikasa felt that way. It's just
Mm-hmm.
I think it's there to just be an emotional extra
Mm-hmm.
especially at the climax at the end, be like, this might actually hit me in the feels, and then it hits you like a
Oh
truck.
yeah.
It has hit me like a truck, right? And it's like, again, which I hope I can like go more into with the rumbling and the
Mm-hmm.
consequences of that. I think the rumbling is a thing where we're not supposed to delve into 80%, like all the details.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that's wrong is the rumbling, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the 80% that is the point here. It's why it happened, how it happened, and what it's like kind of sparked, right? Like had it been real,
Mm-hmm.
sure, right? But this is a story. We have to remember this is told as a story. This hasn't happened. It will not happen. It can't happen. But I don't know. I can fucking
There's
guess.
a
But
reason.
I
There's a
mean,
reason for that to
yeah,
happen.
yeah. But the point is, it's just the humanity part. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I get like I get both of your points of view, but it's for a lot of people, I think having that perspective, or that not perspective, but having that relationship or that dynamic in the show is important, especially regarding the ending. Again, I haven't read the manga, so I'm like honestly, I don't know. I don't know how I would perceive it if I read the manga, but I think it's very understandable why it's there.
Okay. So, Matoso, I think you are happy with the answers. Um,
Eren is love. Eren is life. Okay. Shrek.
Shrek. Guys, first rage bait question.
Oh no.
Oh, that wasn't it.
No, no, no.
No.
That was from Matoso.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
Matosa's.
Don't fight me.
My God, I'm
Is
about to fight you.
Levi is Levi only fun service?
No.
Man, I'm not. Dude, you know what? Ask your chat. Tell me, right? Is your chat not full of yes, 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 yes
Yes,
going
yes,
up
yes,
right now?
yes. Why?
I
Why
think I
do I
think
ask this? Why? Why? Levi is the first or the second guy who had more opportunities to die than anyone else, and he's always alive.
but he's an Ackerman.
Wait, what was
Always
the
alive.
question again?
Okay, it was a hacker man, but that doesn't say he
Wait,
was
wait,
immortal.
what was the
Levi,
question again? I heard the question
Levi,
wrong.
no, Levi is only fun service. He only exists to.
Oh man, okay,
By the way,
okay,
your camera just block Igor. Turn off and turn on
okay,
again. You are beautiful
okay.
again with a big smile.
That's good. That's good. That's good. If anything,
There we go.
it's a good way to freeze. I heard something completely different.
I'm scared now.
Yeah. I
Oh,
heard.
you were thinking about fan service like the girls, right?
No, I heard. I didn't hear only fan service. I heard
Only fan.
OnlyFans service.
Oh.
So I was
Oh.
like, oh yeah, dude, what do you mean? Of course, if Levi opened an OnlyFans, he would obviously be dispatching service. What do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
He would be famous as hell.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, honestly, to the question if he's, if he's sent, if his fan service, dude, I think that, I think since he's the only one, and they made it on purpose to have the Ackermans be like super rare. Like we only see like two or three people.
It's like a shiny Pokemon,
I
right?
feel, yeah, I feel like, dude, especially when they give you the background of the Ackermans. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
be honest,
Yeah.
it, it's a bit incredulous, but it's a world with titans, man.
Okay. The question,
They,
the question was made, or it appears because he has a huge plot shield. Of course, he's a hacker man. He's more resistible. He's better at reflexes. Of course, everything else. Wolverine is the most OP hero from Marvel. He's the most smelly, but he dies a lot of times. Like he loses his head, he loses his arms, he loses his foot. He even have his
you're
adamant
right.
to extract from his body from Magneto. But that okay, that
Mhm.
doesn't make it fan service. My question is he really fan service? Because
No, I
so
I
many times he had the opportunity to die.
He's barely alive by the end of the show.
yeah, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm thinking as well. Like at the end, like they really show like he's not like he's
Oh,
been.
hey, come on! It's rage bait. It's supposed to be rage bait for the
Yeah,
for
but
the for the other people, not for you. Come on. Uh,
No,
okay,
but
okay. Talk, taco,
no,
talk.
I don't. No, I don't think it's. I don't think he's fan service. I just think he's like every like it's every story needs someone who's just like out of out of the park, crazy, crazy
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
crazy stupid, whatever. And he is that person, and he might be fan service in the way of of like everybody. Like I have a Levi figurine
I
behind
see.
me.
I
Like
see.
I'm not one to be like, yeah, no. Levi is probably the most enjoyable character to watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he is that on purpose. You know, it's intentional. Fan service, nah. I'm gonna take the rage bait and say,
Nah.
nah, that's a weird way of that's a weird way of wording it.
By the way, Igor, you know Levi is the same voice actor from Law on One Piece.
Okay. Hot take. Law is one of my favorite characters, and I still think Levi is cooler. Uh, You weren't ready for that, Rage Me.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait.
Uh,
For
what?
me, for me, um, when we meet Zeke for the first time, just let me enter into Zeke worlds and Levi because that's a fair competition. Hello, thank you for the follow. Thanks a lot. I'm not going, Samuel Obrigado. I'm not going into the Levi and Kenny and that thingy that it's kind of a good scream in the middle of the show, but Levi and Zeke.
Hey,
Get it. Levi, that's the most amazing scream in that show. Um, when we meet Zeke, we see a Titan with conscience, with intelligence, and stupidly OP. But when I say stupidly, like when he just threw that rocks into the army, for me was one of the best parts of the show because I was like, oh my god, who's gonna die with these rocks? Because the animation is so good, like the body's exploding, and that was crazy, crazy good. Then I feel the hate on Levi, and I say, okay, I hope you kill this guy, Levi. I hope you can do it. Then at the end, it's like head off. I was like, where
are we
is my
talking like yeah?
where is my big boss fight? You see Reynard giving everything he have. You see Anya. You see every
Senbu,
single Titan is fighting. You
Senbu,
know,
I'm
like
gonna Senbu. Nah, I'm baited. Okay, you baited me. Let me talk now.
yes, okay,
What are you saying? Like the well, you are rage baiting. I get that that's the point, but oh my god, the whole the whole again the whole thing with the show is the humanity part, right? And it's like the, the whole like yes, we learn to expect a big climax and big fight between um Zeke and Levi,
Levi. Yeah,
but I think we got that and it was meant
two
to be that
times,
in the forest
two
when
times.
when he turned no but at the last one
Okay.
when he's turning all of his the rest of his mates in the forest who's guarding sitting there watching in the trees, right, when everyone has drank the wine, right, that was that was made to be like the last. Again, you can argue the card thing, blah blah blah, right, like when Levi puts the thunder spear in Zeke, and Zeke detonates it because he knows he'll survive and hopefully kills Levi. There's a lot of but fight wise, that was meant to be it. And just thinking about what Zeke said in the paths, and when he, you know, was chilling on top of the skeleton,
Mm-hmm.
you know, waiting for Levi. He was asking Levi to kill him. He was
Mm-hmm.
he was waiting. He needed to die. He himself needed to die.
Mm-hmm.
So I got baited. Good job, Sembu. I'm proud of you. But there's no. It was. I think it was. No, I don't think. I don't think there. I don't. I don't think we needed anything more.
It was good. Like it was Levi's story is perfect.
Nothing's
Okay,
perfect,
not
but
perfect.
it's
Yeah,
it's
but
pretty good.
for you, it filled your measures, right? Like
Yeah, I was satisfied. I
you
was
felt, yeah,
satisfied. Yeah.
satisfied. Okay, Igor, do you agree? Levi's story was satisfied.
Here, because I keep thinking, like, you, it could, anyone could have done, well, you could have done it a number of different ways, but there's two things. Like, first, we don't know what experiments exactly were conducted to make the Ackermen what they are. We know they're supposed to be extraordinary without being titans themselves. But then if you go into the fight, I don't want to say fight composition because I'm not that knowledgeable, but if you go to the fight and realizes that for as much as he can be as OP as he wants, he's not a titan, so he cannot be a battle of attrition. He's an experienced fighter, so he should know how to end this quickly. And well, whether we like it or not, he's being put like at that moment he was being shown as being like the peak of humanity, which I feel like that's not a too wide of a statement to make.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he was clean, efficient, bloodlusted. He was. I feel like the only thing is you were not expecting to see, because most of the times when you get shown someone who's that strong,
Mm-hmm.
you get shown how strong he is, and you expect how strong he could be, and you just get this dude at the peak of his abilities just doing the same consistent thing, which is being the best, until it wears him out by the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Levi is over, like it's hyped. It's really overhyped because whoa, it's like super interesting to see Levi come in and know that whoever's on the opposite team is screwed. You're gonna need like 30 people to kill this dude. And that might be far fetched, but at the same time, they did a good job covering their tracks with the whole idea of we don't have a lot of people to compare. We honestly just get the consistent idea that he's there, he stays there, and even then, it's not enough because the dude barely makes it out of the story alive. My
Okay.
Yeah,
opinion.
they even bait us at the end to
Yeah.
like which that was like nah, like that was not. I'm very glad he didn't actually go to the other side. He actually
Okay.
survived, but yeah, no, they actually tried to bait us as well.
Oh yeah, a lot. When the fight on the forest, I was like, oh no, oh
That was such a
no.
that is such a good that's such a good fight though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the build up and the whole like it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because you see the desperation in Zeke and Levi.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are desperate.
Yeah. Like the
Maybe
last fight of
just
my
as
life.
desperate as the other person.
So let's see the next question. Do you like Mikasa, guys? It's okay. We talk about Mikasa. I know her hair
Go for
was.
it.
I know I hate the hair. I sent a message to Igor today. Say like, why is Mikasa so manly in the end game? You know. So
What
the haircut, Mikasa
are
haircut is
you?
like,
Did you mean to rage bait by that?
no, no,
By
no,
that?
no. I'm gonna do the question of the statement. Mikasa is a shallow character. Refute me.
I would slap you right now, actually.
Oh, that's the best
Here,
rage bait in the world.
Respectfully.
With the white glove.
Yes.
So, okay,
Igor,
this
you
may
can.
not be my statement, but is
All right.
one of the most rage bait topics on Reddit and other channels. Mikasa is a shallow character, or was.
I'm never gonna read opinions on Reddit about Attack on Titan. No shot.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, those people are on Reddit for a reason. They
You're gonna see the theories I have next to present you. So if you say yes,
I
like we'll get mad.
no, I mean I'm not gonna
I
take
won't
anything
say that
personal.
Mikasa is a shallow. Oh, no, I won't say that Mikasa is a shallow character. I will say that I didn't care a lot for her,
That's fair.
which
That's fair.
I'm entitled. I'm entitled. I'm entitled.
No problem.
No, no, I mean
I
that's
love
fair.
Mikasa. I love Mikasa since the first episode until the beginning of the last movie. You know, like I still liked her, okay, as a character,
Yeah.
but not loved her like I loved on the beginning. Just that.
Here's what I like about Mikasa. Uh, it's my home. Nice pun right there. What I like about her is when we have a story when we're reading. This is not as much as in manga, but in like books, like written out books. When we got a character that tends to be silent and it's still part of the main action, we usually
Mm-hmm.
get an insight into what's going on. And I like the idea that we have a character that is not even shy, reserved, knows, it complements well the idea that she knows at any given point she might have her doubts, but she has her convictions as well. And we don't always have an insight into that, but we have the outside perception of seeing the stability of someone who, whenever it has to go through something, chooses what to focus on and
Mm-hmm.
leaves everything out of it, at least through her actions. When it comes to her thoughts, yeah, I'm gonna be really honest. Me personally, I would benefit a lot from knowing more what's going on with her at any given point. But at the same time, I wasn't really focusing on her while I was reading the story. I'm gonna be really honest. The idea when I got it was it was thematic, and I could see how they brought her back as the trio and the trio plus one had to come together and do the thing and close
Mm-hmm.
the story. I was like, oh yeah, I can understand that, especially with all the lineage stuff that became important and all that. Pretty cool, but I mean, at this point, Armin had a story I could actually see, a lot more nuances throughout than
Mm-hmm.
Mikasa. But then again, it's been a long time. If anybody is thinks I didn't read the story well, trust me, I will be watching the whole thing again, and then I'll rephrase my opinions in a later date.
Ketaku, would you like to explain why you would like to slap me?
Uh, nah, it's just a wording, man. It's just just
You better
sh-
not make a like in person. If you make an in person episode, you are getting slapped by someone. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm prepared
respectfully
for that.
uh,
I'm
would
prepared for
love.
that.
No, 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 no slapping. Maybe on the butt. No. Anyways,
Oh.
but um, no, I think like again, like Mikasa is not. I see Matoso here says that she's definitely not even top 15 characters of the show. But I don't think she's meant to be.
Mm,
She's not portrayed that way. She's not put there to be that. She's put there to complement, support, and build up parts of the story and characters, especially Eren. And before someone's like, "Oh, are you saying they just made her to like use her?" Blah blah blah. That's not. If you think of story, no one is the same amount of no one has the same amount of importance in
mm-hmm.
anything, in real life, in a story, in anything, but or direct importance. But she is necessary for the story. She's necessary for
Mm-hmm.
to show sides of Eren, for example. She's necessary to fill spots in the story. She's necessary to uh, give insights into why Ymir, uh, did some of the stuff she
Mm-hmm.
did. There's this thing with Ymir choosing Mikasa, to like try to I
Finish
don't know,
the game.
connect with or whatever, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so she is there to, I think, just like Igor said, she doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything like specifically meaningful, like, but she's always there, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's always there, and I think that's one of the values and one of the points of her is just um to always have her be there in in,
Yeah.
in a sense, right? Yeah, kind of leveling the field a little bit, maybe. Yeah,
So let's stop with the rage bait. Let's go for one or two funny questions.
yeah.
If we have an Attack on Titan Big Brother, who would win? If you put all the
oh man.
characters in the same house, filmed 24 hours, and we can watch everything happen, which one would win the Big Brother of Attack on Titan? Don't forget, the winner is the guy who's got most voted and most likably in the world.
Okay, Levi?
Okay.
Dude, Levi just needs to have wait by the end of the story, or we can by because by then, well, even if by the end of the story, Levi probably wins, but not by the end of the story, right? Like prime characters, let's put it like that,
No, I'm
right?
talking
Really?
about the character itself, not only on the end of the story.
Levi, okay, Levi just needs to be there, work out without his shirt,
Clean the
and then
windows.
clean the house. He cleans the house once, and every girl in the country is voting for the dude. He takes his shirt for a workout. Every dude is voting for him. It's Levi's winning for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have a better suggestion for Big Brother actually. Like especially with the points Igor laid for us. I think again, if you just put him in a house, let him clean, especially shirt off. He doesn't even have to be buff. Like Levi is a character that doesn't need to be buff to be attractive or loved or just fan serviced the heck out of, right? So yeah, Levi for sure. I don't think there's a I don't even think there's a debate about that, honestly.
Matos is saying Connie, Sasha, and Levi would be the three last survivors on the Big Brother. I went I went for Sasha for sure because I loved Sasha, and they said a video of Sasha stealing potatoes during the night would be enough for her to win. So
I just, I just had to make sure. I was like, Connie, the one who had his mother go through the whole thing. That dude is not making it to the finals. That dude is cute. Sure, he has like the whole thing going on. I don't think he's making it to the finals when it comes to popularity and actually, making an interesting story happen in Big Brother, which I've never seen, by the way. I'm talking out of my ass here.
so one more question on this block, a simple one.
Yeah.
Uh, which character you think is the worst general for a war in the world of Attack on Titan?
That is actually in that position, or just who would be the worst general, like of all the
Who do
characters?
you think of all the characters you know that fight against Titans? Which one
Yeah.
would be the worst to command an army?
I mean,
Ooh.
Keith, is it Keith? Is the name of the dude Keith? I
Yeah,
think
it's
the name
Keith.
of the dude is
Keith Sadis.
You have to give up, man.
Keith Sadis
uh,
is his name. Um,
AoT. It's Keith.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
dude,
bald
Keith has
guy.
to give up, man.
the guy with the crazy
He
eyes.
did a bad job that he gave up. And they
Yeah,
tell him this to this face where, dude, you gave up because you wanted to put yourself in a position where you think you weren't enough and you wanted to pass the torch on, but you could have just kept going. He fucking gave up after killing a lot of people
Yeah,
because it's
yeah,
massaging. Uh, but yeah,
Taco.
yeah. I don't.
I don't know. Anyone else would be by sheer incompetence. Anyone willing to do it but being bad at it, Keith.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I actually don't. But again, does it have? I didn't quite understand. Does it have to be one of the generals?
No, 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 no. In every character,
All right.
in the world of Attack on Titan.
Maybe.
I'd throw Eren.
Maybe. Maybe Historia's father.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
That would even go outside. That would be bad. Yeah, Rod sucks.
So we are
I
going to
think he
the
would be a
end.
good candidate.
Yeah, it's a candidate. We are going to the end, guys. Okay. So
Actually, he would win Big Brother.
the story father.
Yeah, quote me on it.
Okay. I will save that. Okay. So if you could change, I think Igor, you locked again.
Yeah,
If
the
you could
Oh,
change one thing at the end of Attack on Titan, which one would be? What you would change in the end of Attack on Titan? You may think a little bit because You only have one shot, one opportunity.
Can I
What
give
would
a
I
short reflection
change?
before I
Yeah, yeah, of
say?
course.
Yeah, it's just I haven't read the manga, so I think I'm lacking a lot of perspective
No
on
problem.
the comparison side. So I I'm going to give an answer, but I'm going to be like I'm aware that I don't have both perspectives of the media in which Attack on Titan is shown or expressed. So, but yeah, I'll still give an answer though. But I'm aware that I don't have all the like the whole perspective though. Yeah, that's it. Maybe it sounded like Igor had some thoughts.
I think his thoughts are locked in time.
I'm thinking, what would I change about the
Uh,
whole
oh,
story?
your camera is stopped
Probably.
again, Igor. No
Huh?
problem.
We did?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
sure?
You still with a smile. I don't know how you do this, but every time your camera
Yeah,
blocked,
you know, I no, but it's a beautiful freeze
I'm
frame.
always
So
smiling
you are
away.
always smiling. That's amazing. Okay, what would you
Uh,
change in the end of Attack on Titan?
what would I change in the end? Hmm. uh. Oh. Yeah. I would. I would. I would like. Oh, but I don't know if it would make sense in the story. So this is just gonna be like, okay, because I feel like it's the only way we can actually get a concise answer to a lot of the moral dilemma. I would get one of the Marlians to be part of the kill shot. I would, yeah, think so, yeah. Instead of instead of like like instead of the ending of coming about by the end by the hands
Mm-hmm.
of the people that are trying to be protected, I would like the inclusion one of the people who are on the opposite end to also be like there in the last moments, decisive moments to end it for good. Especially given how Attack on Titan happened, where both sides made atrocities. I would like one of the Marlians to be there. One of the Marlians or one of the people who were subjugated by the Marlians to be there and be expunged of their hatred and be like, oh, it hurts me too to have to kill after I have understood that this is not the way. But if this is the way, whoops, kill. uh,
Taku?
yeah, no, I guess that happened on parody with Gabby uh,
mm,
sniping Eren. Kind of that was kind of I think that is a moment that was kind of
yeah,
meant
yeah,
to
yeah,
give us that emotion.
exactly. Where the head
Uh,
rolled into his hands.
yeah,
Yeah.
giving you that tension and that like, okay, what is going to happen now? Especially for me who haven't read I haven't read the manga, so I was like, I had no clue, I had zero clue. But yeah, no, what would I change? I don't think I would change a lot. Like I'm not. It's not because oh my god, it's perfect and stuff like that. It's nothing about that. It's more like I'm satisfied. I've watched it so many times. I'm satisfied every time. Sure, like I'm also not watching it to nitpick. I'm watching it because I really enjoy how the whole story is expressed.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the characters. I enjoy the development. I enjoy that I have to think about something new every time I watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm kind of
New
challenging myself
information.
to yeah, I'm like kind of challenging myself to view certain stuff from like a different angle, right? It's like see, okay, how do I feel about this now? How do I feel about this now? Uh, but at the end, I would like to see more of the memories. I would like to see
Mm.
more of the
Okay.
memories
Okay.
that Eren gave his friends.
Would
Because
be
you
amazing. Yeah.
hear Sean like call him like I don't remember exactly, but like an idiot, like in a good way, like because he was appreciative of whatever Eren uh did with Sean and saved as memory for him to see after Eren got, you know, fucking put in the dirt. Sorry for the F bomb. So I would probably for me I would probably I would want to see all the memories. honestly. Yep.
Okay, that's a nice question because I watched the final movie today and I was like, whoa, he talked a lot with his friends. It would be amazing to understand everything else. Yeah, but passing. Almost the last question. Matuzo asked, worst Titan shifter character wise and how they use their power wise. Also, female Titan was dumb AF. Just rage baiting people now.
Man, I still can't understand the card Titan, but it's funny as
Bro, come
hell, man.
on, how? Who draw that?
It's so funny, man. Swear to
Yeah, it is actually
God.
kind of funny.
Oh
Okay,
man.
okay, wait. Matuzo said
Yeah.
not the female Titan, but the Warhammer Titan was dumb.
It's dumb.
Yeah, the Carter is awful. Like,
I think I
The
honestly
card
I think
Titan is hilarious, man.
yeah it
But
is
I
it is.
can't
But
understand
I
it
got so much
because
respect for Peak. So much respect.
yeah, for sure.
oh no, the character, yeah. But I'm gonna be honest. Imagine every time I think about the purpose of Titans, I see, okay, this is the special power, this is what it does, and sometimes the powers overlap, so I don't know why this is specialized in that, but it doesn't matter. And then there's the card Titan vibing. It's just vibing.
Yeah,
Oh man.
it is kind of random. Uh,
But the character inside the Card Titan is crazy amazing. I love
yeah,
it.
Okay,
peak is peak.
Pick is pick.
Honestly, peak is peak.
yeah, who's the worst at using their powers?
Eren.
Man, nah, Grisha. For that, if you're gonna go that route, his
Oh
father
yeah,
is worse.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah. I
Grisha. I
mean,
think it's
yeah,
Grisha. Yeah, it's
Croatia
Grisha.
was pretty ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did he? I mean, he did something, but
Poor guy,
yeah, it's
poor Croatia
Grisha. I think it's.
getting thrown in the dirt right now.
No, it wasn't Grisha. I was actually surprised when I was checking this a second time. I actually had to double check. It was the Jaw Titan before Emir that got into Paradise and got killed in the first night. Because
Yeah,
Emir ate him.
yeah. Ymir as
He's
pure Titan.
that
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah, Emir as pure Titan, like a dumb pure Titan, ate the dude. And the dude, what, man, for me, that's hilarious. Yeah. And after that, it's Grisha. Yeah.
Okay. Um. Yeah. For me, the only Titan who just marked me like for the bad was the Card Titan. Um. Not the character, not peak, of course, but the design of the Titan was really awkward for me. Yeah, when
What?
the cart one
Which
and
one?
why the cart one and why
Oh,
it is used, like to transport stuff. You have trucks, bro. Um, why use a Titan? He can just turn against you and kill you. Why? Like, it's okay. It's fine. So the last serious question is Eren.
Matosa has a point though.
But was as a point?
Yeah,
Okay, Ymir was meant to hit Reiner, but he got saved. So you blame Reiner for that. Mm, he
you
has a
don't
point.
blame like
Yeah,
it's wrong
wait,
saying blame, but
what
it's
was the
still
comment? Sorry.
he's
it
saying.
wasn't.
Okay, Taco, explain it.
Reiner
Sorry.
was the Reiner was the person that was meant to be. Um, Ymir was meant to get
Hit him.
Reiner's
Yeah.
powers,
Mhm.
not the jaw. So yeah, but it's
Yeah,
again,
but here, like if it's a last ditch effort because Reiner was also dumb, was gonna get eaten like out of the blue. I mean, you could lunge at the person and transform instead of just killing yourself to save
yeah,
another person. I would say.
for sure,
Well, like
100%.
you can bite your hand while you're lunging at someone. You would be way more massive, way harder to swallow. The pause. And
Hey
and
yo,
you would accomplish the same thing because in the end, if Rainer was hurt by the transformation of the Jaw Titan, he could always just transform himself. He would have like an extra second to do that. I don't know if they were tired because I know that not everyone can transform that many times except the car titan. That is what I'm trying to check. If they were just like tired out and they couldn't transform.
I
I think
don't
they might
know.
have just they were kids, so they might have just let down their guard, right? They might have just been caught off guard like completely because they didn't expect. I'm like we can like I think that I think again hindsight is anybody's worst nightmare. You know, hindsight is I hate hindsight. Hindsight can go f itself. But in some areas, sometimes it's nice. But I think
They
maybe
are
it's
kids.
I think it's an example of just being caught off guard. Again, I agree with you, Igor. Like I'm not. This is not me like arguing with you about it. It's more like
I don't know.
thinking about it, thinking back at it, and like what Matosa said as well. With they were so comfortable, probably scratching their balls. Yeah, they might have been. They might have been not expecting it, and even when they're kids, they're
But
not
then
experienced, right? They are experienced, but
again, they
not
are
in
child
this.
soldiers.
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, I can't relate to the idea of being a child soldier. Well, being a child soldier probably means you're still a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
for sure, for
And
sure. You don't get
well,
you
okay,
don't grow up because you're a soldier, right? You're still a child.
Your camera just blocked
then
again, Igor.
Grisha still takes the top spot.
Your
Yeah,
camera
Grisha, I
just
agree. Grisha,
your camera just
Yeah.
Grisha,
stopped again.
do better. Do better, Grisha. Do
Oh, he
better.
did. Okay.
You get good, right? GG. Get good. Okay,
Get
guys.
good,
I
Grisha.
got good.
Last
So
last question.
Eren,
Hmm.
Eren did get at the end. At the end, Eren got freedom, or it was never free. What do you think about Eren? Do you think at the end of the story he just finally freed himself and what is dreamed for all the show, or do you think he was never free?
That's a tricky question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he like see there's a lot of things
It would.
I'm confused about because there's again there's no this is important for anyone who's taking a lot of opinions personally that aren't their own. This show is made and meant to be interpreted
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. Not because one interpretation is better than the other, but it's just that's how it is, and we should just embrace that. But yeah, Igor, if you had a, I can wait. You can share.
Here, it would be easier for me to answer if it was worth it or not. But since you asked if he was free, if Aaron was free, I I well, it depends. Honestly, isn't that the age-old question? If you know, if there's something after death that actually frees us from this suffering or not, I feel like it's really hard to answer that.
Mm-hmm.
But in his pursuit to free his people, he did achieve that. If it was worth it, I don't think so because one of I while reviewing, right, while doing the review, there were two things that I laughed out loud while reviewing the story. One is when Eren is just walking on top of the wall and the colossal titan just shows up. For me, like that moment he speak, and the other moment I laughed out loud was because I was reading the prologue and I remembered, oh yeah, a couple years later, they dropped bombs on the place and everybody freaking died. And that for me was hilarious because I was like, oh, okay, you go through all this trouble and you prove your point, which I don't think it was proven, especially because after a couple of years where your friends have lived their lives, which is what you wanted, to a certain degree, you never cared over the fact that, yeah, retaliation was always going to be a possibility and infighting and the things were just going to keep happening. So, is Aaron free? Free from what? He's free from the curse. He and his people are free from the curse of the Titans, but they're not free from themselves because a lot of the problem was because they had the powers to do all they had to do, but they did all of that because humans are shitty. Go figure. And I feel like
Second,
no, it's not even his place. It's not even his place to free people from themselves. But at
mm-hmm.
least from the curse, yeah, for like a couple of decades, yeah, decades, centuries. Was it centuries?
I
I don't
think
know.
it was centuries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Taco.
yeah.
Um. Yeah. Is it specifically like if Eren is free or was free, or is it like freedom?
If he reached freedom at the end of the show, or if he was never free.
Well, I'm gonna try to not yap too much. I know it's a podcast and we yap, but I could yap about these things
Forever.
forever. There's a lot of contrasts in the way it's shown in the anime. At least I have no clue how it's portrayed in the manga, but you can see at least from Eren's point of view, uh, how he's lying to himself to keep going so that he can hopefully be the change or spark the change that humanity needs and his friends needs, right? And you can see that when he's in his, big skeletonist form, right? Uh, the rumbling is going. He's gone. He has gone across the pond, right? And you see from his point of view that he sees blue skies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a peaceful place, and he's a kid. And then it transitions to a bloody mess, literally, with big, uh, big, just a lot of destruction and blood. Pools of blood everywhere, right? And I think that contrast is put there as at least in the anime to show that Eren could not free himself because he had to lie to himself
Mm-hmm.
about being free. But in reality, which the transition shows you, is that he does know that he's not creating freedom for himself. He hasn't felt free, at least since he got the powers, right? And since he got like, you can also argue he hasn't felt free since he the connection sparked with the royal family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so for Eren, no, I don't know if there was any freedom for him, but a consequence of what he did created freedom in the weirdest way possible for everyone. Like, it wasn't just the people on parody; it was everyone because they were forced to
Mm-hmm.
cooperate. They were forced to rebuild. They were like, it's he just threw people in a forced position of, okay, you want to rebuild us? We're 20% left of population. Everything's ruined. We have to come together and fix this, right? And then it shows, human ways. We don't learn from history. And well, that's not right. That's not correct. People in power don't learn from history. Uh, and then it just, it repeats. And then, they show the kid walking in the forest, finding the big tree, finding most likely uh
The worm.
the the
Next
founder, and
generation
it
big
just,
tree.
yeah, it just repeats it, and that just is there to symbolize you can create peace, and the goal was peace, but you can't
Maintain
control peace
peace.
forever.
Yeah.
There's no one who can control that forever. You always need someone new to start that period again, and you never know when that's going to happen. uh but again, I don't know that kind of branched out for Eren. No, I don't think
You reach
I
freedom.
don't think I don't think he reached peace, and he knew that. But the way the anime showed it, he tried to lie to himself about it so that he would continue. Like, he made sure that his friends, he could have just, if he actually wanted to destroy everything, like, actually, he would have taken away the Titan powers of his friends.
Mm-hmm.
He could do that. But he chose not to because, as Reiner said in the plane when they were going, that was after Hanji did all the stuff, and she, you know, went out beautifully in a way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reiner says that, okay, I can kind of see where Eren is getting at. I can
Understand, right?
understand him, and I think he is asking us to just finish this.
Mm-hmm.
The world needs this. Like, not the rumbling, which is important. It's an important distinction. I'm not talking about the colossal. I'm talking about the whole what he's forcing his friends to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which and I think you can argue, yeah, why wasn't it someone else? Well, no one else had the powers.
Exactly.
You know, he made sure that people who had the powers were his friends. So I don't know. And I don't know. And I am going to stop yapping. But no, I don't think he himself got to the peace. But I think he tried with lying to himself, give peace to the people that were left after the atrocity that he
Mm-hmm.
made happen.
So,
That makes sense.
yeah, a lot. We almost finish. I'm gonna ask for the worst thing about Attack on Titan. Okay, so you can start thinking. For me, it's not about story. It's not about characters. It's not about pacing. No, it's about they have the finish arc or the last chapter animated for like 5 years in a row. This is the final season. The final season part 2. The final season part 2 part 4. The final season part 2 part 4 exclamation P squared and final season 5. And I was like, these guys are kidding with me, because I read the manga and I was like, okay, I need to see this animated, because I did not enjoy the end, to be honest, that much. And I was like, okay, you need to compensate with the quality of animation. And I was like triggered a lot when they said this is the last part, and I was like, okay, let's watch this. I don't know if you remember, Igor. We didn't even mount a projector in the residence to watch the last season
Yeah.
with Lena. You know, Lena asked us a lot to watch that on our residence in the college, and we start watching it. And when Igor told me, "Oh, this is not the last one," they said they will divide these in two parts, and I just gave up and went to my room and said, "Okay, it's over for me. I'm tired of this. They are messing with me. They say One Piece has a bad pace, and these guys are doing the last season, last part, last equation, last P, last blah blah
Don't
blah
even
with cachaquetas."
compare. Don't even
Ah,
compare.
it's not the same thing, I know, but I was like, okay, if it is the last, just be the last. So the worst part for me was like the needing of the end. Like I was in need of the end. I was like, okay, I
Manga.
need this ending. I need the last show. I need to see that sword from Mikasa passing through the cervix of Eren, right? Yeah, that's such a clean cut, like I need this. And I was like, never gonna happen. So
Be
for
honest,
me,
you wanted to see the kid on the severed head.
yeah, I want to see the necrophilian. Yeah, yeah. Um, and you know, it was awkward for me. Arwen cried more than Mikasa when saw the end. I was like, mm,
She's
uh,
not built like that.
yeah, I was like, okay, it's for another time. But for me, this was the worst. It's not about story. It's not about the manga. It's not about the anime. No, no, no. It's about how the studio treat the ending of the story. Like I felt it was really slow until the last movie. I watched it today and it was very cool. I even went up and said to Abby, "Okay, I loved the last movie. It's really good. Um, story wise is not what I was waiting for. Okay, for sure. But yeah. So for you guys, the worst thing you remember from AOT? Don't tell me the opening, please.
Oh, Taco. Taco, go first.
All right. I'm gonna be the annoying fanboy here. Um, well, annoying ignorant fanboy because I haven't read the manga. So again, I don't have a comparison, right? I
No
think
problem.
if I had a comparison, I could probably offer a good like like a better answer than what I'm going to give right now. But I I don't know. I think like this has nothing to do with the show actually, like with the story or whatever. It's more kind of in the lines of what Senbu was saying. I think it was very messy and confusing the way they handled the production of it, maybe, or the communication around it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it has to be show wise, I I don't know if like is it is it is it is it stupid if I don't have like a specific bad thing to
No.
like the worst thing?
Have
I
you
don't think I
tried
have like
asking Joel? Have you tried asking Joel what he hates about One Piece? It's adorable.
Your
He
camera is locked again. I'm not gonna
it's
answer that while I'm not
okay.
seeing you laughing at me.
Okay, it's normal, man. Joel doesn't say anything bad of One Piece. It's a completely normal.
You have no proof of that.
Oh, am I? Oh, okay.
You have no proof of that.
But keep going.
So Taco, keep going.
Oh, he's muted.
No, no problem. He was
yeah.
talking.
I'm
He
back.
was talking with the
I'm back.
chat. No
Yeah,
problem.
I was just responding. Yeah. Did you ask me something?
Just you said it was you have no worst pad for you, right?
Yeah. Well, at least like right now, I think mainly because I don't have like I think a lot of people's worst thing is is when they can compare
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the
of
two
course.
medias, right? I haven't heard someone specifically dislike something when they like about the story or the pacing or whatever, like without them having consumed both
Mm-hmm.
medias.
Mm-hmm.
So I yeah, I know it says worst thing is that it ended. I think it was good that it ended. I think they didn't need to. There was no need to drag it out. There was nothing to really drag out. Uh, there's nothing to really like. For a while, you knew it was ending. Like like there
Mm-hmm.
as soon as the rumbling took place, like like
You
there's
know the finishing
yeah.
is yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I actually don't think at this point in time I don't know if I have like, something specific. That doesn't mean that there isn't anything. It's just I can't think of anything right now.
Okay. Igor.
It's a very fanboy answer, but I don't know.
No problem.
I don't know. I actually like the story, but once again, um, if I had to say something that kind of ticked me off, but not the first time I read it. That's the thing. Um, as I was going through the story once again, I remember going through the story. I was and I saw how we already commented on this. There's a lot of heel turns showing you that throughout history, everybody's been the bad guy, but in the middle of switching allegiances and doing heel turns and changing ideologies,
Mm-hmm.
you get so many fake outs from Zeke. And I remember reading this, man, this guy faked out his ideology like 7 times. And as I'm reading this, I was like, okay, I'm starting to lose track of how. Wait, Zeke did this, lying that he did this, but he was actually planning for this. But in the end, he's in no one's good graces. He's trying to put forward a plan no one is trying to support, and he's not backstabbing, but he's faking out every single person. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember going through. I don't remember. I just did it. I was going through this a second time because I already watched the story, and I was like, man, uh, this is convoluted, and I think at least 2 degrees of fake outs can be removed from this. And it's a slight bummer, but it was still very engaging. Zeke is a very compelling
Yeah.
character to see
I
uh, the background
I
story.
will
The
never
background,
forget.
backstory.
I will never
Yeah.
forget how I was hyped on the end of the season when the big monkey has a human on his shoulder, you know, and the season ends like that. I was
Yeah, that's cool.
I think, gonna be honest with you guys, Igor will laugh a lot, but I think it was one of the most hyped scenes for me in all animes I've watched all in the world. Not the most one, okay? Because the most one. Are you there, Igor? I have to wait for him for this one, but yeah.
Yeah,
So it
all
was
good.
the most one was one about One Piece. I will not say everything else because of spoilers, but there was something in One Piece. I was like until 3 a.m. waking up, waiting for Igor to read the chapter on manga together because the crazy stuff was happening. But that information on the screen about the big monkey and the guy on his shoulder, like talking, I was like, whoa, there's a lot more story behind this than I was waiting
Yeah,
for.
they just opened a whole new
Exactly, exactly.
chapter. Yeah,
And we are not gonna into this because it would take a lot of time. But that
yeah,
was
yeah.
when I was when I want a lot more from Attack on Titan and I didn't get what I want, That was when my hype was on the peak. Then when I start see the other humans on the other side and they are like, no, 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 I was like, no, no, no. I want more about Titans, not about humans. But yeah, that was crazy. Tak, we are alone. So last question for you:
Yep.
Is Eren a pigeon or not?
If Eren is a pigeon,
Oh, if Eren is a
wow.
pigeon or not?
I mean, he could be
You know,
if
you
he
know,
chooses to be.
you know why I'm asking this, right?
I have no idea why you're asking if he's a pigeon.
You know. So in the big, sorry, I just put the pigeon police on your stream because I remember you have this.
My God, it's echoing. Jesus.
Um. So at the beginning, we saw birds passing to him, and
Yeah.
and at the end, the pigeon just picks the scarf from
Oh
Mikasa.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So people on the internet say yes,
Yeah.
Eren become a pigeon. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
Eren might as well be that pigeon.
yeah, it
You
could be
know.
the pigeon, right?
Yeah, he could be the pigeon.
Igor, are
I
you
uh,
there?
I uh, I think Igor would agree.
Are you alive? Almost is coming. I think so. He's coming up again. Um, we are really finishing. So just waiting for Igor to show again. Taco, I hope you enjoyed our conversation. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Attack on Titan. Unfortunately, I have no pops of Attack on Titan. I have some crazy pops over there. Fire Force, Avatar. I have Jujutsu Kaisen, Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball, Pokemon. I have a lot of
Yeah, but I
mix,
feel like in
but
a lot of ways they're pretty lackluster on the figurine production front, to be honest.
there's a lot of good pops from Attack on Titan, but there was not one I was like, whoa, this one I gotta, I have to get it,
Yeah.
because when they are random pops for me, I have to watch it, and my mind has to say, okay, this one is crazy good. But I will probably get one. Oh, there's one I love to get the female Titan inside the crystal.
Yeah.
There's a pop of that pop is crazy good, but it's
That's
super
pretty cool.
expensive. It's like $40. It's really really expensive.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool though.
So Taco, would you like to say something to say goodbye to people and
Yeah, I appreciate.
invite them
Thank you
to
for.
watch Attack on Titan?
Yeah, yeah. No, I think. Like, thank you for having me on. Like, I love talking about. I love talking about Attack on Titan. I just like. Of course, like I'm not an advocate for like the people just that just argue, because I feel like that this is just an important thing that I've taken away from watching the anime, that it's not meant to split people. It's meant
Mm-hmm.
to it's not meant to pick any sides. It's just meant to tell a story and have us think and feel and
Mm-hmm.
experience what humans have done throughout, you know, history in another universe. You know, just a take on who we are as humans, what lengths we are willing to go to out of desperation, but also out of, just surviving, right? Um, it talks about the internal part, the external part, and if you just want a story that is going to rip you to pieces and give you like make you ask questions and it's not going to answer them for a while, but when they get answered, it's really really cool and really satisfying. And if you want an anime you can watch again to have your questions answered, Attack on Titan does that. It is an anime that you can watch over again, over and over again, and you will realize stuff every time you watch it, which is a unique thing for me at least. And I thank you for having me on, Samu. I appreciate it, and Igor
Oh,
as well. If you hear this or when you hear this, it was good to. It was a nice chat. It was a very nice chat. I appreciate it.
likewise.
Hi Igor. I hope we can do an episode with you again because there's another anime I know you love and I hate. I'm not gonna say which
Which
one
one is that?
because Igor will beat me too. I'm gonna take so much.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen.
No.
Jojo?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Jojo. I have a big problem with Jojo.
You hate Jojo?
I have a big problem. Let's not enter into this fight right now,
Nah,
okay?
you need to have me on. No, you need to have me on.
Yeah. I'm not gonna enter into this fight right now, but I have a big problem with Jojo, a huge problem. But okay,
I'm
let's.
gonna take back what I said earlier. I might
Yeah,
actually slap you.
yeah, no
Not on your
problem.
butt.
I can take that slap. I can take that slap. Igor, I was saying, Taco, one of the most hyped things for me in every anime I have watched in my life was the monkey guy with the Zeke with the human, on his shoulder, and the season ends like that. I was like, whoa, that's crazy awesome, and I was like, I love that. But yeah, but I was saying to Taco, of course, the most hyped scene was when we were reading the chapter of One Piece. You remember which one? 2 a.m. together, you on the phone, me on the residence. Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
hypest. That was the hypest moment of my life. But yeah,
Yeah, for sure. That was what? The announcement of G5?
no, the showing of the G5 the showing for the first time.
Okay.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
Igor, would you like to say something to invite people to watch Attack on Titan and say goodbye?
I will say this. I recommend that you watch Attack on Titan because I'm gonna be doing that again. Probably this like I'm gonna do a whole run through again.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm thinking about doing is I'm gonna go to the comment when this video comes out, and I'm gonna start dropping updates. Update. I've watched until episode X. Updates.
Okay,
I'll watch until episode X. And then
Nice.
if I change my mind, or if you guys wanna,
fight a little bit
tell me
more.
how shit my opinions are, you can leave it there, and I'll go there and see. I've watched this anime, and I still think my opinion is right, or I can change my mind. Who knows?
Okay,
Keep an eye out for that.
so let me just tell you a secret and a surprise.
Yeah.
You guys just gave me a lot of will to watch every single episode again, so I will do it. I will watch
Hell yeah.
Attack on Titan again. Thanks for Crunchyroll, because it it could open my mind for any other questions I would like to see with another eyes. So again, guys, thank you a lot for being around. I hope you enjoy this time with us. I hope you enjoy meeting Taco, talking about Attack on Titan. I hope you enjoy your hosts from Contrast Cast, me and Igor. As you know,
Awesome hosts.
guys, we had a lot of different opinions. I'm not inviting our friend Rui yet to the conversation, or our podcast would die in the first 10 minutes. But it was amazing, guys. I love talk about anime. I love these two guys with me. I love everything we are doing, and I hope you enjoy this. See you soon, and please go watch Attack on Titan and stay close. Bye bye,
Thank
my
you.
friends.